Hello and welcome to the next YouTube video on my channel. If you are interested in getting better at chess and learning about the new chess trap, then this video is just right for you. In this video I will show and explain you the very interesting and also very strong fried liver attack that you can play with the white chess pieces when your opponent plays the two knights defense. So let's get started. Also feel free to subscribe to this YouTube channel if you want to see more videos about chess. So at first I will show and explain you how this trap would work if it will work perfectly. So if your opponent will do every move that you want him to do. So however, I've already said, this trap begins with the two knights defense. So the game starts with pawns e4, e5. Now you attack black's pawn on e5 with the move with your bishop on f3. He defends his pawn with bishop c6. And now you play the key move of the Italian game, and that's bishop c4. And here your opponent, so the black army, answers with the key move of the two knights defense, and that's knight f6. So the two knights defense is basically called the two knights defense because here the black army defends with both of them knights, so one on f6 and the other one on c6. And now you play the very aggressive move with knight g5. With this move, you are now threatening to fork the black army in the next move with knight f7. So because with this move you attack black's queen on d8 and black's rook here on h8 in the right upper corner of the chessboard, both at the same time. And the black king also couldn't take out your knight here on f7 because he's defended by your bishop here on c4. Now, the only really good move for the black army, how to not get forked after knight from f3 to g5, is to play pawn d5. Because here you couldn't fork, or you couldn't get forked by the white army after knight f7, because now the knight isn't defended anymore by the bishop, so here the king could just take out the knight without any problems. So here, after pawn d5, with the take on white's bishop on c4, you, as playing the white army or the white chess pieces, you just trade pawns. So you take with your e4 pawn the black pawn on d5. You attack black's bishop here, and the black bishop on f6 takes here your pawn out. And now you play the very aggressive and also very strong move, and also the key move or the main move of the fried liver attack. You sacrifice your knight. So here you really just play knight f7. And here, the black king has to take out your knight. And now you play the brilliant move, queen f3. With this move you check, but now you also attack the black knight here on d5 with the second chess piece. So now the black knight here is attacked by your bishop on c4 and by your queen on f3. And therefore the black king here on f7 escapes on e6 to defend the now twice attacked knight on d5, also with the second chess piece. But here you now just continue with, oh, I'm sorry, these chess pieces should be like that. Here you continue now just with knight c3. So you attack black's bishop here, black's knight here on d5 with the third chess piece, but he can't defend the knight here also with the third piece. Therefore, you can win material here in the center of the chessboard, and the black pieces are just placed very bad, especially the king here, because he can't do the casting anymore in this game, and he's basically in the center of the chessboard. And here, the black knight on d5 also couldn't trade here the knights, so take out your knight on c3, because he's pinned. That will be checked by your bishop on c4. So now I have shown and explained to you how the trap would look like if it would work perfectly, so if your opponent will do every move that you want him to do. But now I will go again through the trap and through all the moves and explain you the moves a bit more, and I will also show you how to answer with the black chess pieces when your opponent plays, so your opponent who plays the white chess pieces plays the fried liver attack against you. So here you can basically always play this trap when your opponent plays the two knights defense after the key moves of the Italian game. And the good point in this trap is also that your opening and the beginning of the chess game is completely good and safe, because you are not sacrificing one of your chess pieces at the beginning of the chess game instantly. So after your opponent has played knight f6 here, attacking your pawn on e4, you can just also continue with knight g5, threatening here to play this fork. And here your opponent is really forced to play pawn d5, because every other move would just be very bad and lose material, or even the queen here or the rook of the white or of the black chess pieces. So here, pawn d5. Now you just take out here the pawn. You also attack here now black's knight on c6. And in the normal two knights defense, so in the classical variation of the two knights defense, the black army takes out your pawn on d5 now with their knight from c6. But probably a better move here would be to give your opponent, so the white chess army, this pawn here that he has taken out before here on d5. And here it would be just smart to move away with this now attacked knight on c6. For example, this would be possible on d4 or on b4, or probably also on a5 to attack white's bishop here on c4. But let's say your opponent continues with the two knights defense, so he takes out your pawn on d5. And now you can just always continue with the main move or the key move of the fried liver attack. So you can just take out black's pawn on f7 with your knight on g5 and sacrifice this knight. So you play this move, and here the black king really is forced to take out your knight on f7, because every other move would be just bad. Because if we would do something else, for example, knight f5 to develop some chess pieces, then you could just also always take out black's queen. But if you would move away with the queen, you could just take out black's rook. So both options are very bad here. So, how I've already said, the black king is now forced to take out your knight here on f7. So now you continue with the fried liver attack. You check the opponent's king on f7 with the move with your queen from d1 on f3. So here your opponent is again, or your opponent's king is again forced to move on e6 to defend the now twice attacked knight from the black army on d5, also with the second chess piece. Because if you would do something else, for example move away with the king here on e7, then you can just take out black's knight on d5 with your bishop, or also with your queen and with material. So both options are very bad for the black army. So from here, it's also pretty interesting that the black army cannot defend the check with the move with the knight from d5 on f6 to also escape from the double attack here from the bishop and from the queen on the knight, because the knight is pinned, because this will be check 2. So he cannot move away. Here, the black king is forced to move on e6. And here we can again already see how black is just completely lost now on the chessboard, because the king stands basically in the center of the chessboard. The black army can't do the castling in this game anymore. Black's whole king side is here completely open, so everything is just completely bad. So here you now continue with the fried liver attack. You attack black's knight on d5 with the third chess piece. Therefore you play knight c3. And here the black army has one very good move left. And we can also say that's a brilliant move, because that's knight b2, knight b4, I'm sorry. Because with this move, he firstly defends the now 3 times attacked knight on d5, also with the third chess piece, but he now also is threatening to fork you with knight c2, because with this move he attacks your king and your rook on a8, both at the same time, and after you have moved away with the king, for example on d1, you can just take out your rook, which would be very bad for you. So in this position here, the best move for you to play would be to do the short castling, to not get forked here on c2, with the idea to attack black's knight on b4 with a3 after, and after he has moved away, to take out black's knight on d5 and to win material here. So here, after the white army has done the short castling, the best move for the black army is to play pawn c6 to defend the now 3 times attacked knight on d5, in the case if the white army will play pawn a3 after. So here then the black knight on b4 has to move away, and here the best escapes would be to win this pawn here, for example, on c2, with the attack on white's rook here in the corner of the chessboard, or to escape just here on a6. That was it already with this video, in which I have shown you the very interesting and also very strong fried liver attack. I hope you liked this video, and I also hope that you will try out this attack or this trap once in a real chess game. Also, feel free to to leave a like there if you like this video, and feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Till next time, bye!